Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and got a good one for you today because we're going to cover everything that's in the new stimulus package that affects you and your small business. So before I get into it, please like this video. Please watch the video to the end because there's a ton of detail to this, and share this with your friends, your colleagues, your family members that could use this. The one thing good about this is it looks like we're going to have to do a video each and every day this week because there's so much content. So you're going to get a lot of me to end the year, okay? The House of Representatives just voted to extend and increase the stimulus checks from $600 to $2,000. Now, this may be dead in the water because it's got to go through the Senate, but right now you could be having a $2,000 stimulus check for you, for your spouse, for your dependents. We will see how this gets fleshed out with the Senate, but that's good news. And basically, it's going to be the same rules as last time. If you made $75,000 or less, checks could be issued as early as next week. So I was furious about the $600, guys. I was absolutely just thought it was insulting that they would give foreign governments and green energy and all this other shenanigans money, and you're supposed to live off $1.64 a day. It was insane, okay? So let's hope the $2,000 comes through, and we will see, but at least you're gonna get $600. So we'll see what happens with that, because now it's gonna be sent to our Senate, and there will be some lively debate on that. Again, pay attention, watch the news, and see where they come up, what the final decision is. Because right now, the House just approved it, and we will see, but there's nothing etched in stone yet. The $600 has been approved. They just voted on the $2,000. Let's hope it goes through, okay, for everybody. Now, the next thing is unemployment benefits. Unemployment benefits are going to be extended, and they're also going to include the gig workers or people with side hustles or small businesses that are self-employed. They're going to be for a total of 50 weeks. Now, how this worked out was through the last stimulus program, they extended it to 39 weeks. They've added 11 weeks more, which means that if you were unemployed or your business was shut down or you couldn't work or somebody had COVID or whatever, you were entitled to unemployment and the pandemic unemployment, which was great. But they've extended this to be a total of 50 weeks. Now, here's the thing that I've turned a lot of people onto is that when were you out of work? When did this start? I've had friends that were sitting at home losing everything, and I said, you could go back until February when you were shut down. Oh, I didn't know that. And these people got months in back pay, and you are eligible for that. And again, when you apply for the unemployment, please look at this. The number one reason that people didn't get the unemployment was they gave them incorrect information. Know the dates that you last worked. Basically, here in California, it works off of the previous 6 quarters that you worked and what was put in that fund from your last employer. Now, being self-employed, they go off basically what you did last year, okay? So it's self-certification. They're going to ask for some financial information eventually, but provide them with this. What day were you shut down? What day was the business closed? You can go back and get this. If you do not hear from them, if you do not get a proper answer, you gave them something wrong. You gave them the wrong phone number, the wrong email, the wrong something that they couldn't verify. So please get this put together and make sure you give them the proper information so they can verify who you are and you can get the pandemic unemployment. And they're going to extend this for the $300 for 11 additional weeks, which takes you into March, which is very cool, okay? A lot of people are hurting for this, and basically you shouldn't skip a beat. So, all this talk of, we're gonna starve and all this stuff, it should kick in as early as next week on this, okay? So that's great news for people. Now, the PPP program and the EIDL program, let's talk about this real quick. PPP's got $284 billion. There was still just $192 billion left over from the last time. So you got a lot of money left over in the PPP program. I'm going to make a recommendation for you, and that is, even if you got an existing PPP loan, you can go back and get a second PPP loan. There's a means test based on if you had one quarter that was 25% less than a previous quarter of 2019, then you can use that quarter as your guide to get the PPP loan. Okay? I mean, and again, they have a necessity requirement. And again, if your business is doing incredible right now and you think, I'm going to get another PPP loan, it's not going to work because they are going to do the necessity requirement and they're going to start arresting people. So get ready for that. So don't lie is what I'm trying to say. Tell the truth, okay, on this thing. But look at the PPP loan, okay? Even as an individual gig worker, even if you don't get it forgiven, where are you going to be able to borrow money at 1% for 2 years? If it's going to dramatically help your business, talk to your accountant, get some advice from them, but you're not going to be able to borrow money this cheap. I, for one, think the credit markets is going to start to dwindle and you're going to see less and less ability to borrow in 2021. And you can think I'm crazy, but that's what I think is going to happen. And a year from now, I think I'm going to be right. So if somebody can offer you a 1% loan to do this and take advantage of it, look at all the rules for PPP. You can pick the period that you want to be forgiven for. So if you run a business that's remotely seasonal, or I sell this and we do better in springtime, whatever, pick that time where you're going to have people and payroll, okay? The EIDL loans, I mean, it's great. The EIDL loan and grant is coming back. They already have money right now. They still have money lent out. There are millions of applications that they haven't given answers to yet. That's the truth. That was verified again today with the SBA when I spoke to them. So please do not just think that they're going to willy-nilly write these grant checks for everybody. Do yourself a favor right now. This is the one thing I want everybody to do when this video finishes, and that is get yourself your application ready right now before they open the portal. They have told me once everything gets signed through the Senate and gets approved through the Senate, they're going to take a 10-day period to give the rules on how the PPP program implementation and EIDL implementation is going to happen. So, all these things about how you're going to wake up in 3 weeks and get a deposit in your account, maybe, but the SBA screwed us last time and made it $1,000 per employee. So they're going to have a guideline coming up, and we have to wait for the determination of what they're going to do. And they have 10 days to do this. So once the Senate approves it, 10 days with the SBA, then the portal will reopen. Do not apply now because it's not open, okay? It's that simple, okay? Let's hope it goes together the way that we all want it to, okay? And I know each and every one of you want the grant. You have to apply for the loan to get the grant. Dan, I only want the grant. I just want to apply for the grant. You've got to apply for the loan, okay? You can get turned down for the loan, have bad credit, and still get the grant. That can happen, okay? And again, for the people out there that have written me and said, I was eligible for the grant, I never got it, you need to put together your package, put together your company information. What is on your tax return? Exactly. I had a realtor. The guy's been a realtor for 12 years. Hey, I don't know how to get an EIDL loan. What should I do? What do you put on your tax return? John Smith, realtor, right? That's what you put on your EIDL application. Make sure that that matches your EIDL application. What's on your tax return matches the EIDL application. Make sure the contact information for you is completely accurate, that they can get a hold of you, okay? Verify it, double check it. Look at the phone number, look at the address, look at what's on your tax return. Now, the one thing that I'm getting clarification was they're talking about giving the EIDL loan to people that are in communities that are low income and underserved. Now, think about this. I live in California. When we do business, I know contractors that have a 100-mile radius that they do work in. That's the community served. So if they're in one of the smaller business communities, they could be eligible for the full grant, just like you could be eligible. So if you live in a city and the next city over is poor, find out if that's going to be it, if that's an area that you serve. That's going to be one thing that's going to have to be clarified during this time. Or is it just the address? I know people who mailing addresses in one city and the business is located someplace else. They have a warehouse in Los Angeles, and their mailing address is in a nicer city, okay? Anyways, That'll all get worked out. Remember, 10 days after this is figured out, they're going to implement all that stuff. Now, a couple things. PPP, you had gross receipts that were less, 25% less. If the business was not in operation in 2019, you can still get a PPP loan based on these new requirements. You just got to communicate with them the quarter that you want to use, and you have a necessity requirement, and to contact your accountant. If your accountant doesn't know what's going on with this, don't use that accountant. Get somebody else, because it's the difference of you getting the money. The EIDL loan is a great loan, 3.75% for 30 years. If you have a nonprofit, borrow the money for your nonprofit. The grant money will be out there. There's $20 billion for the grant program. And again, 10 days, they'll give the guidance. They'll tell us how they're going to do it. Let's see, student loan forgiveness still goes through, it looks like the end of January. Now, as far as the rent moratorium is concerned, it was supposed to expire on December 31st, 2020. Now, the other thing about this that nobody really talks about was that if you took advantage of the moratorium, you were supposed to pay all of your rent by the end of March. Hello, who could do that, okay? So they're going to extend this 30 days, but the trouble's coming, guys. If you're behind, if you haven't paid your rent since April, it's coming. Now, there's going to be rental assistance, $25 billion for rental assistance, but you need to start with the city that you're in right now. And I would contact them right now and say, hey, with the new stimulus package, are you going to get any of that rent, money for the stimulus programs for subsidies for people like me? And find out if they're going to have it. If the city has no help, contact the county. Okay? And again, go to your statewide offices if you have to. Look at 211.org, findhelp.org, and see what they say about this, because there are programs that are going to help you, but there's only $25 billion. Again, it's limited. It's, I've seen numbers. It's 7 million in this city, 17 million in this city, 22 million in this city. I mean, it's going to be spread around the country, different counties, different situations, but try to get that. Every state is going to get some of that money. So you could get it. And again, if you're behind in your rent, figure out if this is going to help you, but get your application put together right now so that you're ready for this and you can get that money right away. Okay? What else? There's going to be food, farm aid. There's going to be a school and university are getting more money than they deserve. What else? Oh yeah, a couple good things. Surprise medical billing. If you get taken out, get in an accident, you're out of your network for your insurance. If you've got health insurance, they can't give you a surprise medical bill, so we'll see how that works out. There's going to be a bunch of tax benefits and tax breaks that were supposed to expire. They're going to be extended. Solar energy, renewable. If you own a brewery, you're going to get to have tax write-offs. And charitable contributions are going to get to go up, which is good. Also, business meals and deductions. You can get 100% of your business meals and deductions. We can't eat any place, but you can have business meals and deducted 100% right now. Also, if you have health insurance, if you're self-employed and you pay health insurance and it's expensive and it averages over 7.5%, you're going to be able to deduct that. Now, again, thank you for watching this. Share this with everybody. I will try to do a video every day this week for you guys, but that's everything that we know. And as this stuff's coming through, I don't want to speculate. I don't, this is going to happen. You guys are going to get a check on Thursday. It doesn't work that way, okay? This thing has been an absolute mess. They've completely let us down, okay? I'm not happy with it. $2,000, big deal, okay? The reason why I'm upset about the $2,000 is all this shenanigans with all this different places that don't, that are getting money over you, your family, and your business, okay? Will the PPP program be a mess? Probably. Will the EIDL program be a mess? Probably. But here's the one thing I'm going to give you. Go to your existing, if you have a PPP loan, go to the existing lender when it opens, and this is the question. How fast can you get me additional funds? That's it. I want it immediately. If the answer is not satisfactory, go someplace else. And if you haven't applied for a PPP loan, try a smaller bank, try a fintech company, try the Cabbages of the world, try PayPal, try whoever's going to have it, because they funded those people so quickly and got them the money quickly, and it was much easier than dealing with the big banks. Okay? Good luck to each and every one of you. Please like, share, subscribe. You will see me very soon. You're going to see too much of me during this time between now and the new year. Okay? Good luck to you. Reach out on Facebook, Instagram, and join our email list, because it's very cool. We got a bunch of cool announcements coming out, and I will see you all very soon. Thank you.